Hey guys, Tim Pokemon here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about exactly how Primal Kyogre and Groudon are going to work in Pokemon Go. We're going to break down their stats and everything, but first, let's talk about what exactly is going to happen with Primal Kyogre and Groudon, because they are basically Megas that are extra boosted. I love it. And Primal Reversion has been discovered in Pokemon Go. This is an awesome little trailer that they made. I'm not going to play it because it's going to blast our eardrums open, but because I don't have my volume turned down. But quick keyword Primal, because these are going to be crazy. So let's talk about this. You can see here it's got a brand new Primal Evolve screen. It's got this special Primal Evolve screen, and both of them just look amazing as well as their shinies. But let's talk about their new bonuses, because these are huge. Quick keyword bonuses. You'll see bonuses when Kyogre or Groudon reverts to its primal form. When Primal Kyogre is in your party, water, electric, and bug type attacks will benefit from attack bonuses in raids. And when Primal Kyogre is your buddy, catching water, electric, and bug type will grant you additional XP and candy. And then for Primal Groudon, you're going to get fire, grass, and ground types that are getting their attack buffs and the XP and candy buffs. Now this is big. This is big. They're basically getting a weather boost buff for the raids, right? So for example, Primal Kyogre is a water type. Its weather boost would be rainy weather, which would be water, electric, and bug, right? Now those typings are getting boosted in raids when it's primal evolved. And if you want to add this in there, those are getting boosted. And then if you have that rainy weather, they're getting double boosted, which is crazy. And you already have stabs. So Kyogre's going to be get the double boost plus that stab. Like, what? That's going to be crazy. So that's huge. But I think that Primal Groudon has way more potential just because the typings I feel like are better. Fire, grass, and ground are three amazing typings to boost. You're going to want to boost those for sure. Ground types are used often. Fire types are used pretty often at times. And yes, water and electric as well. Bug types, not as much. But yeah, definitely some awesome stuff coming to Pokemon Go. And these primal forms look busted. They look awesome. Like they're going to be super strong. They're going to be super useful. They're going to be super, with the bonuses now, super useful in so many different ways than just in raids, which is awesome. And I really appreciate that from Pokemon Go. Them just not doing just a normal, thing. And I think they also wanted to make them even, because Primal Groudon does change to a ground and fire type. So they're giving it, more typings to boost. But it does also now get that grass type, which is pretty interesting. And these are going to be some stuff that, two primal forms, right? Basically they're megas that are like extra boosted. They're gonna be some stuff now. They're gonna be the number one go-to for a lot of these events and community days and stuff like that, because they're gonna be super boosting multiple typings at once. You know, other Pokemon has 3 typings to boost at the same time, which is something that, again, like, we don't see that often, which is awesome. But we don't see ever. No Pokemon has 3 types ever, right? So quick keyword is going to be boosted, because these are awesome. Now, we obviously have Vegas. If you guys are going to Vegas, let me know in the comment section down below. You're going to get increased opportunities to encounter Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon in raids, yes, during Las Vegas and Global, which is awesome. Can't wait for these. These are going to be incredible, man. I cannot wait for these to come to Pokemon Go. And I can't wait for Vegas. Again, let me know in the comments down below if you're going. Make sure to say what's up. If you want a picture or anything, come say what's up. And yeah. Featured attacks are also getting added to the game. So quick keyword featured attacks, because Kyogre is getting Origin Pulse and Groudon is getting Precipice Blade. We're going to talk about those in a second, because they are pretty big news, right? They're going to be pretty big news there. Both of these moves are very good, but one of them does benefit more than the other. But yeah, they're both getting their exclusive moves, which are awesome. Their signature moves. Finally, I feel like it's been a while, and they're getting released with their primal versions, which is awesome. So we'll talk about them right now, because PB Poke right here has a little thing to say here. He says, based on current numbers, Precipice Blades could be a straight upgrade for Groudon, while Origin Pulse has some pros and cons for Kyogre. It's definitely more powerful, but would be a speed drop unless Kyogre runs a full water set. We'll see it closer to release, because we haven't got like full disclosure. We got the power, right, the damage and all that, but we haven't got full confirmation, right? But the good news is you can see here, DPE is damage per energy, and then E is energy, and D is damage, right? So you can see with Groudon here, Earthquake to Precipice Blade is a straight upgrade. You get an energy decrease while getting a damage increase. That's just great. It's going to take less time to charge, and it's doing more damage. I mean, that's just a straight upgrade right there. You can see straight upgrade. But the problem with Surf is its energy, for example, you can see there, is it's going to go a lot quicker to get Surf, right? You're going to be boom, 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 boom. It's not that like Earthquake, for example, takes a while anyways, right? That's why it's a straight upgrade for Groudon. With Kyogre, it's going to be kind of in the middle, like, oh, this move's going to take longer to charge, but it's going to do more damage, which is, you know, more beneficial. It's really, at the end of the day, it's going to be a hard one to choose. For example, even in like PvP, both of these Pokemon are good in PvP, so it could be even useful in PvP in terms of, I think Precipice Blade is going to get now just completely wipe out Earthquake. I know I might even use, I'm contemplating, unless I get a Shundo at Hoenn, I'm contemplating Elite Charge Jam, replacing my Earthquake with Precipice Blades for my level 50 Groudon that I have prepped for, PvP, you know what I mean? So it's definitely something that I think is going to be insane, and I think these Primal Raids are going to be awesome. I think that everything that about these is just incredible, and I'm very, very happy that they are finally coming to the game. But let's talk about them as a whole. Again, we talked about their CPs the other day, 5,910 at level 50. Crazy. And again, now we know that they're going to get their signature moves, which means Earthquake right here, is getting a buff, which is awesome. Like you're gonna get something that's even better than that, which is great. And you still have Mud Shot, which is great for Groudon's gonna be very strong. We're gonna talk about the DPS and TDO in a little bit, but then you also have Primal Kyogre here, same max CP, same stats, and everything. And then basically Origin Pulse is a better Hydro Pump, right? So that's where you can kind of think about it. It takes like a similar amount of energy as Hydro Pump, right? But it's going to do, it's basically the same amount of damage, but it's going to be a little bit quicker than Hydro Pump. But you can see here with the TDO, this is with Surf. This is without the legacy move, right? Primal Groudon is #1 in TDO, total damage output, which is important because over time you're going to want to do as much damage as possible. And in DPS, it's still third. It's still third comparatively to something like Swampert with Water Gun and Bubble for Ash Greninja, which isn't even in the game. We don't even know for sure if that's coming in the game. So out of Pokemon that are in the game currently, it's #2 to Swampert in DPS, but in total damage output, it does outrank it, which is awesome, right? Yes, it's doing a little bit less damage per second, but it's still just doing so much damage anyways, right? Over time. It's doing more damage over time, which is awesome. And it's not even like the DPS is like that crazy off its 0.4, you know what I mean, per second, which does add up over time, but still. But then we talk about Groudon, and you can see total damage. Mega Garchomp does beat it with Earthquake, but I believe that this difference here, which is about a little bit less than 100 with Garchomp with Earth Power, I think that this difference could be made up with Precipice Blade. And the same thing with DPS. I think that it's going to go from 19.5 probably towards the 21 range is what I'm going to guess. It's going to get very close. I think that Shadow Mamoswine did get that high buff with high horsepower. I still think it's probably going to overtake that, but it's still going to be an incredible Pokemon to use regardless. Look, I mean, over time, look how much damage it is doing. Look, you can see total damage output. Shadow Mamoswine's not that high up because it's a shadow. It gets obliterated by some stuff, But DPS, it's obviously doing so much damage per second. But when it comes to, over time, Primal Groudon is thick. You know what I mean? Quick keyword, thick, because that's what Primal Groudon is. And you're going to want to use this Pokemon in raids. You're going to want to use it. You're going to want to use normal Groudon in PvP anyways. And I think that these new Primal versions are going to be absolutely incredible in Pokemon Go. And I can't wait for them to come. And this is exactly how it's going to work. I explained to all you guys. They're going to boost basically their weather boost, which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Like, could you imagine, like, for example, it's sunny weather and a non-event day. You're going to get way more fire, grass, ground types anyways. You Primal Evolve your Groudon. Now you're getting boosted Stardust, Candy, and XP. All from that. Like, crazy. You could really take advantage of stuff like this. And I think that that this is an incredible way to add them to the game. I think that both Primal Groudon and Kyogre are going to be game changers, I think, on the level of Mega Rayquaza, Mega Mewtwo level. They're going to be just very, very good, very, very useful. They're very, very strong. I mean, they're legendary Megas, essentially, right? So it's awesome. It's awesome. It's just how it is. And I think that it's definitely a great addition to Pokemon Go. Let me know in the comments down below which one you do think is stronger. I think the boost for Groudon with the Fire, Ground, and Grass types is better than the Kyogre, but a lot of people like the Kyogre over the Groudon. I think that the Groudon is going to do some serious work. I mean, it's gonna get some serious work. I think really, that Fire Punch, right, for PvP, that Fire Punch, obviously you can't battle, I just thought about it, like you can't battle with Primal version there, but you know what I mean, like in raids and stuff, if you need to use it as even a fire type, it could even be useful. That's how strong it's going to be, because it's going to boost the fire types in the raid anyways. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below which one you're most excited for a keyword, say Primal Groudon or Primal Kyogre. But I'm happy that they're finally coming, and that now we know how exactly they're going to work in game. It's basically just a boosted Mega, which I love. I'm a fan of that. I'm not saying that as a negative thing. It's a positive thing. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited for. I cannot wait for Hoenn Tour. It's going to be an absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy week and a half. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you're going to Vegas. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.